Hi everyone. Today we're going to be talking about electrical signals and neural pathways. And this is going to help us to be able to understand how a muscle works, or how we're going to move a muscle. So basically over here we're going to have sodium, which is going to be called Nathan. We're going to have potassium over here, which is going to be called Kevin. I'll explain to you what this is later. But basically Kevin is kind of always sad, he's always negative. Nathan over here is always happy, he's always positive. And so Kevin is going to have weak ion channels to allow stuff to get to him. And then Nathan over here is going to have gated ion channels. So not much can get through him unless something like an electrical signal is sent. So in order to actually move our muscle, so I'll draw a muscle over here for you guys. It doesn't really look like one, but let's just pretend. An action potential has to be sent. And how we're going to do this is we're going to have to create electricity. It's not the same electricity that we're going to use to power up our things such as like phones or computers or anything like that. No, it's going to be a little bit different. And this is going to be created through depolarization and repolarization. And how this works is something called the local current, which is the movement of a bunch of Nathans, which causes a cell to be more positive, and this is going to be your cell over here. So once there's enough Nathans that move, it's going to open up the channels that Nathan has completely blocked off. So basically all of Nathan's gated channels will now open up and allow him to get inside. So the higher amount of Nathans that are inside, that's very big. The amount of Nathans that came inside over here, and once it reaches the threshold, an action potential will happen, and this action potential is going to keep on continuing to happen until Nathan decides to close his channels. But what about Kevin? Kevin over here, he actually has to open his channels, like more of his channels. And Nathan's channels have to close in order to build the sodium potassium pump to be able to restore everything back to equal. And when this is happening, it's going to create repolarization. And this is going to allow for our action potential to be triggered, which is going to send electricity down to the end of the neuron, where it's going to reach the synapse, and it's going to either attach to a muscle or another neuron. And then that's going to create our muscle to move. So over there. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed.